To ZK Studio. This is Robert, and in this 5-minute walkthrough, we'll be creating a simple employee directory with sorting and master detail functions. We'll go through the visual design by drag and dropping ZK Ajax widgets to rapidly compose and user interface. We'll start by creating a new Zool file under the Dynamic Web App project with ZK libraries configured. My perspective includes Visual Editor, Outline, Palette, and Properties tabs. Then we'll put a grid into the window. I do this by dragging the component in the Zool palette and drop it in the outline. We'll add 2 labels to the row. Here we are specifying values of the labels on the grid component. You may also specify other attributes such as width, height, and etc. I can duplicate Zool components by holding down Ctrl button and drop them in the component tree. Notice the children of the element is also replicated. We can edit the attributes of any component either by choosing them on the outline or the visual editor. The Properties tab will map out the valid list of attributes of such component. Let me fill out the rest of the label values. You may change the Zool palette layout from context menu and do a search of the components in the filter. Then we add a list box to our window. We'll need 2 columns for this list box. Select each of the list headers and set the labels to name and ID. Then set the number of rows to be displayed for this list box. And we'll give it 10 rows. During design time, you're free to alter the structure of the interface. Here we are fitting the list box and grid into an HBox container, so it lay out across the page. We simply do this by drag and dropping as well. Zero-code binding of UI and model. Here we want to insert a data binding directive into the code by dropping it from the Zool palette to the code editor. We'll do the same for ZScript component. ZK Studio Code Assistance will be activated the same way as your Eclipse settings. It supports mark occurrence, syntax checking, and code completion. And here we run the completed employee directory. So here we have an employee directory application which you can sort the employee by either name or ID, with master details of their address information. So get started today with ZK Studio. Download it at zcos.org/download or join our forum at zcos.org/forum. Thanks and have a nice day.